In today's video, we're going to talk about how to meditate. And I'm putting out this video today because what I honestly feel is that even from a health and fitness perspective, today's video is that one video that can absolutely turn your life around. On Beer Biceps, I keep talking about becoming that best version of yourself. And what I honestly feel is that meditation has a very crucial part to play in that journey of you reaching your maximum potential. A lot of successful people all over the world, Steve Jobs, Hugh Jackman, and even Shane Watson have turned to meditation in order to enhance the rest of their lives. Shane Watson, one of cricket's greatest all-rounders in the modern era, has actually said that towards the end of his career, meditation is what helped him cope with injuries. Injury recovery, muscle recovery are just a few of the benefits of meditation. And if you're the kind of person who believes only in scientifically backed studies and articles, that's exactly what I'm going to link in the description box. If you're more interested in these topics, make sure you give it a read. But I'm going to go over the benefits super briefly. A recent study done at UCLA showed that people who meditate have a higher level of gyrification in your brain. Gyrification means the folds in the cortex of your brain. And these enhanced amount of folds are actually linked with a faster processing power. You're essentially becoming smarter and your brain's becoming faster and more active through meditation. What's even cooler is that long-term meditation was linked with more gyrification. The more you meditate, the more your gyrification and the more your processing power. So essentially you can think of meditation as some kind of a brain workout where you're enhancing the power of your brain by just meditating for 10 to 20 minutes a day. There have also been studies that show that meditation changes certain parts of your brain. It increases the size of those parts that are linked with happiness, linked with the ability to learn, to memorize, and to focus. What's even cooler is that meditation has been linked to decrease those areas that are linked with depression and stress. Essentially, you're just enhancing your overall state of being through something as simple as meditation. But forget all the science for a minute. If you want to know more about these studies, I've linked them down below. Let's talk a little bit about my personal experience. Personally, I just took up meditation initially to help me cope with my muscle soreness from the gym. I read this article about how meditation helps you deal with your muscle soreness, how it increases your recovery, and that's how I got into it. But I felt all these other effects because of my long-term meditation. All I do is that I meditate for 20 minutes a day, every day before I go to bed. That is all. And just like gymming, this is one of those things where you have to kind of create a habit to actually see the benefits. You're not going to see any benefits if you just meditate once in a while. The actual benefits of meditation, this increased level of happiness, will only happen after you meditate every single day. Now coming to the actual tutorial, how do you go about meditation? The first thing you need to understand is that everyone's got their own definitions of what meditation is. It's a very subjective concept. Now, I'm not a yogi, I'm a life coach and I'm a fitness coach, and I do help people with their meditation, and I've been able to help people successfully with their meditation. So in today's video, I'm just going to give you my opinion on how to go about this process. But what I do promise you is that if you follow the guidelines I'm setting down, it will make a difference to your life. Now, the theoretical definition of meditation is that it's a disconnect. People say that when you meditate, you're just supposed to disconnect from your real life. Don't think of too many things. You're just supposed to concentrate on your own breath, which for the average person is kind of hard to do. You can't just sit in one place and meditate and disconnect from everything else. Obviously, you're going to have a lot of other thoughts in your head. What you need to understand is that this is completely normal. It's human nature. So I'm going to go about a step-by-step guide of how to meditate and try kind of minimizing these thoughts in your head. The first is that you sit down in a quiet place, ideally in complete darkness, and you fold your legs. You sit cross-legged and you just keep your arms comfortable however you want. You can even sit down on a chair if you find that comfortable, and then you can begin your meditation process. Mindfulness meditation is essentially you taking deep breaths, you inhale completely and exhale, and all you've got to concentrate on is your breath. And you do this for about 20 minutes. Now the trick here is to avoid thinking about 20 other things. So you consciously try focusing on your breath and do this for 20 minutes every single day. Even if 20 minutes seems like a lot, you can start with doing it for about 10 minutes a day. But the key is to just get yourself to doing this. Every time you open your eyes after a meditation session, I promise you, you'll be a lot calmer and the world will feel different. What I just spoke about is something called mindfulness meditation, where you just focus on a single thing and distract yourself from every other thought. And in this case, it's your breath. But from what I've observed and from my own personal experience, I couldn't go about doing mindfulness meditation, especially as a beginner. So the meditation that I practice and that I teach my clients is something called Om chanting meditation. Now this has nothing to do with Hinduism or God or religion. What you've got to understand is that Om is kind of a tangible distraction for your mind. When you're chanting Om, it's that same distraction that helps you disconnect from your real life. That's all it is. In order to go about Om chanting meditation, once again, you've just got to sit in a comfortable place, ideally in complete darkness, and take a deep breath and just let out an Om. So for 75% of your breath, you're going to chant the O, and for 25% of the breath, you're going to chant the That's all you have to remember. Once again, don't worry too much about the technique. It's not about how you sit or how you chant it. It's just about getting yourself to chanting Om every single day. That's what's going to make a difference. You know how when you go to the gym and you just get disconnected from life and you feel great after the gym thanks to all those feel-good hormones? Meditation is just another way of releasing all those feel-good hormones. After a point, after you make it a habit, it becomes your disconnect. It becomes a source of recreation, and that's where you want to reach. But rule number one is that you just create a habit. Push yourself to meditate and make sure you meditate for at least 10 to 20 minutes every single day. That's all you need to know. Hey guys, so that was the video for today. If you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Recently, I put out a video on this past Tuesday about my own journey with respect to meditation, what I've gained out of my meditative journey. I highly recommend you watch it if you're more interested in learning about meditation. If you like this video, I really want to know what other videos you guys would want to watch, so make sure you drop that in the comment below. And until next time guys, from Ranveer, see you.